Hi, and welcome to a very special episode of The History Buff. Today, I'm going to teach you about the Battle of Restigouche. I know some people in Campbellton and Restigouche area know about the story, but I'm curious to see if other people around know the story also. Bathurst, well, pretty much Dalhousie would probably know the story too. But I'm talking about all northern New Brunswick, all of New Brunswick, and the world. Because this war was the 7-year war between the British and France. And the war was ended in Restigouche. This was the time with all the pirates, and probably not during like Jack Sparrow or but around that time and era. I don't know if there really was Jack Sparrow or no Blackbeard that really existed. But this is the story of the Battle of Restigouche. I hope you guys enjoy this show and will buff up your brain and keep watching till the end. An Acadian militia and Mi'kmaq militia, totaling 1,500 fighters, organized in the Battle of Restigouche. The Acadians arrived in about 20 schooners and small boats. Along with the French, they continued upriver to draw the British fleet closer to the Acadian community of Pointe à la Batterie, where they were ready to launch a surprise attack on the English. The Acadians sunk a number of their vessels to create a blockade, upon which the Acadian and Mi'kmaq fired at the ships. On June 27th, the British succeeded in maneuvering just beyond the chain of sunken ships. Once the British were range of the battery, they fired on the battery. This skirmish lasted all night and repeated with various breaks from the 28th of June to the 3rd of July, when the British overwhelmed Pointe à la Batterie, burning 150 to 200 buildings which made up the Acadian village community of Pointe à la Batterie. The militias retreated and regrouped with the Machaut. They sunk more schooners to create another blockade. They created 2 new batteries, one on the north shore of Pointe de la Mission, today Restigouche, Quebec, and one on the south shore of Pointe aux Sauvages, today Campbellton, New Brunswick. They created blockades with schooners at Pointe Sauvage on July 7th. Byron spent the day getting rid of the battery at Pointe aux Sauvages and later returned to the task of destroying Le Machaut. By the morning of July 8th, Scarborough and Repulse were in range of the blockade and faced with Le Machaut. The British made 2 attempts to defeat the batteries and militias held out. On the 3rd attempt, they were successful. Despite La Giroude's positioning, Byron was able to negotiate the shallow waters and on the 3rd of July confronted the French defensive line. At close range and in calm winds, the battle commenced. Despite being outgunned, the French inflicted heavy damage on the British before Byron succeeded in silencing the shore batteries. Le Machaut and the merchant ships Bienfaisant and Marquis de Malloz then withdrew further upriver, the British in pursuit. The next several days, the 2 forces engaged in running battle. But La Giroude recognized that he could not win battle of attrition. On July 8, he had Le Machaut and Bienfaisant scuttled to prevent the capture of their cargo. Marquis de Malloz was spared due to the prisoners that she contained in her hold. The remaining French force then withdrew the shores and the safety of Restigouche, while Byron returned to Louisbourg. The Battle of Restigouche ended with all the French ships and most of the Acadians' boats sunk, but the English were not successful in landing because of the number of muskets on shore. The Acadian and Mi'kmaq had their last stand here and survived. Their resistance was in effect a success. The loss of import provisions hastened the fall of New France. Without outside support and surrounded by 3 separate British forces, Montreal fell on September 8. La Girondin finally surrendered on October 29, 6 days after hearing the news of the capitulation. Byron later commanded the British fleet that was defeated by the Battle of Grenada in 1779, as well as becoming governor of Newfoundland. Today, the site of the battle is a National Historic Site in Canada known as Battle of Restigouche National Historic Site. A center is located in Pointe-à-la-Croix, Quebec, features artifacts recovered from the site, displays and film about the battle, and a 1/32 scale model of the 18th century frigate Le Machaut. In the summer, costume interpreters portray the Acadians, Mi'kmaq and sailors, and French soldiers who participated in the 1760 battle. Hope you guys found this very interesting. If other people didn't know about this war, now you do. I'm Norbert Bernacci, the history buff. Oh yeah, if you're around Campbellton area, go to Cross Point and go to the historical site, the Museum of the Battle of Restigouche. Very interesting. I've been there twice since I'm alive. But I'm planning to go with my kids and my wife to educate them on the war of where I live, the Battle of Restigouche. And hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and till the next one.